Colorado. I'm also a two-time victim of sexual assault. And I say victim proudly. I had nothing to do with it. It was not my fault. And it took 10 years of therapy before I could truly believe that. I coach mostly women, but a few men as well. But I don't want to make assumptions about the day any of you are having. Today is triggering and difficult for all sexual assault victims everywhere. And it seems kind of silly to do a strength routine when the world refuses to acknowledge how much strength it takes to get through each day. So I think it's more important in this clip, if I say as little as possible, and as your coach remind you that the most important thing you can remember each day of training is that you've got to be able to get up tomorrow and train again. And that mantra has gotten me through every day of my life since 1998, when my world irrevocably changed. So today we're not going to talk about the training plan. We're going to talk about your living plan. We don't mention self-care enough. Self-care is frequently a phrase that has been co-opted to mean something luxurious and perhaps pedantic, like a pedicure or massage. Its most literal meaning is that in order to fight another day, you got to take care of your mind, your soul, and your spirit today. So today, maybe what you don't need is another strength routine because you realize how much you have. Maybe today you don't need a run because you can't think or focus, and certainly don't want to be far from home when the tears inevitably flow. But if you do, that's okay, no judgment. You do, today's self-care is whatever you need to do to get through to another day. And that might be a bath, and that might be a run. I'm on live, I'm broadcasting live right now. Hi. And it might be squeezing a little baby. But the most important thing to remember is that you've got to get up and do and get through tomorrow. And if that means you hide, do it. If that means you turn off the TV like I've done, if that means you log out of your Facebook account on your phone and your iPad and your computer, do it. That's what I've done. That doesn't make you lesser to not watch the news 24/7. At what point did it become healthy and intellectual to watch the news 24/7? Anyway, to step away for a day, if it preserves your soul so that you can fight tomorrow, then that's exactly what you need to do. And this is your coach not just giving you permission to do it, but commanding you to do it. Hug the ones you love. Tune out all the white noise that could be triggering, and remind you of the day when you spoke up and everyone said you're not credible, or you're not good enough, or I don't believe you. I don't need to know anything about you in order to believe you. And neither does anyone else. But you've got to get up and mom tomorrow. And you've got to get up and work tomorrow. So you do whatever it is you need to do today in the name of self-care in order to do whatever you need to do tomorrow. And when it comes to strength, you've got more than anyone will ever know, even if you never name your accuser. I was victim number 24. I haven't said my rapist's name out loud in 20 years. But I was victim number 24. I don't have a criminal case because no one took a report. But all I need is for even one more victim to come forward and say his name, and I will be there saying me too. Between now and then, I'm going to hug my children, do my therapy, meditate as much as possible, and tune out the white noise. If you do that today, that doesn't make you weak, that makes you strong. It takes a lot of strength to avoid what other people are telling you to do, especially when that advice is poor. Even if well-meaning, if it's poor and doesn't lead to wherever you need to be. Some would say we have to engage 24/7, and I say no. No, we can't. We can't possibly be expected to engage 24/7. So with that, I'm going to go hug the baby behind me, who smiles all the time. And I'm going to think about what I say to my daughter this afternoon when I pick her up from school and she asks me why I've been crying. because she is too young to know the trauma that adults can inflict on each other. I don't pretend to have any of the answers, but I do have one. Most of my clients worry about the wrong things. They worry about data points. The most important data point is R squared, the coefficient of determination. And the coefficient of determination tells you how much weight you're assigning to a given data point. And if someone is telling you that you need to be strong and watch this stuff and engage, then you need to tell them to check their R squared because their model is flawed. And then laugh, because that's a really great geeky joke, and anyone that spends any time with statistics and stochastics is going to get it. So yeah, even if you do nothing today, nothing meaning you haven't gone for a run and you haven't done your strength and you haven't foam rolled, know that what you have done is gotten through another day. And I am proud of you, and I will coach you and love you to whatever start line or finish line you choose. But on days like today, when it feels like you're reliving trauma all over again in front of people, I encourage you, do whatever you need to do to get through it. One day off from this won't affect your race one way or another. One day off, I'm pointing at my television, one day off from this in Facebook might be the difference between being able to do this tomorrow and not being able to do this at all. You are coached, you are loved, you are winning at life. And if you need me, you can reach me on my Twitch channel. I will be foam rolling later tonight, but I can't promise I'll be taking any comments while I do it. That's longer than I meant to speak and more than I meant to have to say. But know this, if you are an assault survivor too, I see you, I believe you, and I don't need to know anything about you to know that you have nothing to gain by telling that story, because we are not yet at a point in time when the world is truly ready to listen. Thank you. I love you guys.